Now, Floyd's next opponent was Carlos Hernandez after defeating Diego Corrales in that great fashion that he did. Now, this will give you some backlog on this fight. Before Floyd had gotten his title shot against Gennaro Hernandez, Carlos Hernandez had fought Gennaro for the title and actually lost to Hernandez, to Carlos Hernandez. I'm sorry, to Gennaro Hernandez. And if you remember back, the night that I believe maybe 3-4 fights back, Floyd fought on the undercard of Gennaro Hernandez, the champion, and that night was the night that Gennaro Hernandez defended his title against Carlos Hernandez and beat him. Now, after losing to Gennaro that night, Carlos Hernandez went on an 8-fight win streak in a span of 4 years to earn another title shot. But this time, by the time he was done that 8-fight win streak, Floyd was the champion. So he had to fight Floyd this time. And Hernandez was ranked number 10 at the time. But as you can see, Casamayor and Freitas were scheduled to fight at that time, and Floyd wanted the winner of the fight. Chavez, ranked number 4, was also an option for Floyd, but he got Hernandez first. It was a tough fight with Floyd winning by unanimous decision. Now, Floyd actually suffered his first official knockdown in the 6th round. Yes, Floyd has been knocked down, technically, but it was due to him hurting his hand. He hit Hernandez on the head, hurt his hand, and his hand actually touched the ground. His glove touched the ground, and when your glove touched the ground, it's considered a knockdown. Hernandez was 33-2-1. This was actually in Grand Rapids, and Floyd suffered another nosebleed in this fight. So as you see, Floyd has been bloodied in a lot of his fights, as we see here early on in his career. How many fights have we gone through so far where Floyd ended up bleeding? So this misconception today that Floyd has never gotten hit, or his chin has never been tested, or he's never used to bleeding, is a lie. This fight set up a showdown for him to fight the number 4 ranked Jesus Chavez as well. So let's check this out.
Mayweather better watch the right hand of Hernandez, because he's got a good one. Not anything that you can just put your finger on, but he throws it in there pretty accurate.
Floyd combating the Hernandez right with combinations of his own, and Hernandez trying to walk right through the firestorm to get to Floyd. But when Floyd can get a little distance and begin to straighten out his jab and follow it up with punches from both sides, he is accurate and effective. He landed 30 out of 50 punches by CompuBox numbers in round 2 and has been accurate again with the left hook here. Hometown crowd wants to see some fireworks from Pretty Boy Floyd. And a straight right hand seemed to momentarily stun Hernandez.
Floyd Mayweather's intentions are plain. He wants a knockout, and he's trying to work very hard right here.
2 low blows in a row. Referee Dale Grable just watched them. And there's a hard right hand by Mayweather.
Mayweather's trying to throw body shots, jab to the body to make Hernandez lower his hand. Start protecting his body. That's what he's looking for.
Another right hand from distance wobbles Hernandez.
Clark goes right back to the body once he finishes throwing. Make your man hand go low.
Incidentally, Hernandez was introduced from Mayweather in the southpaw stance once again. I would say it's the second time he switched to southpaw, although of course once when I said that during his fight with Goya Vargas, Floyd looked down and said, no, Jim, it was the 3rd time. Meanwhile, Hernandez is just digging away, trying to stay chest to chest with Mayweather. Gets a chance to hit Floyd after the referee said stop. 4. And this is going to be called a knockdown against Floyd Mayweather.
7. And he motioned Jim about his hand.
events and the potential scoring of the fight, and suddenly Floyd Mayweather is knocked down, and that, of course, will be a point to the advantage of Hernandez.
Floyd, rough night to get through.
Oh man, tonight was it was a rough night. Actually, I hurt my left hand, and later on in the fight I hurt my right hand. So I just try to win the best way I know how. I use my legs, boxing move. He was tough, but I think if I had both of my hands, I could have, eventually boxed and got him out.
Let's go back to the dressing room. When you came into this fight, how badly were your hands hurting you?
To be honest, Larry, I came into the fight with two messed up hands. But I like to have no excuses. I like to go out there and fight and put on a good show. But like I said, I want to thank God, God for getting me through this. I want to thank God for bringing me where I'm at today. I want to thank Team Mayweather, and I want to thank Grant.
When you were in the dressing room before the fight, I understand that they tried to give you some extra tape, but you refused it?
Well, no, they didn't try to give me no extra tape. That was one of my hands I was put onto where they feel comfortable. And so I thought, if I had a lot of padding on top, a lot of tape on my wrist, that my hand,
Did you have to take a shot of Novocaine in either hand or both?
Both.
Both hands?
Both hands.
So when did you start feeling the pain?
Actually, I started feeling the pain when they called it a knockdown. That's when I hit him and I really felt it bad in my left hand.
All right, let's take a look at what happened there, because there was no punch actually landed. You just went down from the pain and you needed a break? There was here. There really wasn't a punch landed. You hit him on the head with your left hand, and that must have really felt. And eventually you went down just, it seemed, to get a break, and they called it a knockdown.
It's a part of boxing, but the main thing is I got through this tonight, and I just give thanks to God. You know what I'm saying?
All right, it looked like in the first two rounds you wanted to get him out of there. Was that in part, at least, because you didn't want to put your hands through 12 tough rounds?
Man, I thought I thought my hands were gonna be strong, but my hands did feel good halfway until I hit him on top of the head. But I'm looking forward to fighting Jesus Chavez. He went out there, put on a good show, put on a good performance, and I just want to keep working hard. I'm young and I'm still learning. This is something you have to deal with in boxing.
Is this the roughest night you've ever had in boxing?
To be honest, it was a real rough night, but the main thing was I got through it, and I'm looking forward to bigger and better things. I'm looking forward to fighting Jesus Chavez.
Are you going to have to take months off to let your hands heal, perhaps even to have them operated on?
I don't know how long I'm going to have to take off, but it was a hard night. And I'm happy with the victory.
You don't have big hands. Let's hold these hands up.
Small hands.
Are these knockout hands? I mean,
there's no bone right here. See?
Right over here. You can see there's no knuckle.
There's no knuckle right here.
Right here.
Now, Jesus Chavez, who was 35-1, was next up for Floyd. Like I said, the last fight was kind of setting up for that fight. Chavez was still ranked number 4 by the time of the fight, as you can see here. Chavez had one loss in his career, which came at the hands of Carlos Hernandez, by split decision in Chavez's 5th fight of his career. So his 5th fight was his only loss, and it was against Carlos.
Mayweather says, I don't brag or boast, but I believe I'm the greatest athlete in the world.
Look at the uppercuts by Mayweather, snapping Chavez's head back. Brilliant, clean, hard shot for Pretty Boy Floyd, and Chavez backs out. A sign that Floyd is getting to him.
This is one of those fights where all of the skill and all of the practice goes out of the window, and you got to fight it. The only way you're going to get it, you're going to have to get it right there with your glove. Mayweather's got to fight. With all of the skill he has, all comes to, can you just fight back now? Can you fight back and fight better?
What a display of skill by Mayweather. What a display of will by Chavez. Standing ovation round. Everybody up in the Bill Graham Civic Auditorium in San Francisco. They're on their feet for a brilliant championship fight.
You heard it. Every time you can do it, baby. Every time you hit him downstairs, you heard it, mother man. Keep grinding him downstairs. All right? No, don't press so hard. You hear me? Yep. Here. Come on. Okay. Look at me. You gonna agree with me or not? Huh? Look at me, baby. I don't want you to take beats like this. You understand? You're getting hit too much now.
Here's Mayweather landing crisp punches. They're not full, hard-on, committed punches. They're short shots, but very effective shots.
He was 30 of 60 in that round, and he's the winner as Chavez's corner elects to stop the fight.
True, man. My hand to Floyd, you know. You know, he's the champ, and now I become his #1 fan.
Thank you very much, Jesus. Floyd, was that a little tougher than you thought it might be?
Well, first of all, I want to thank God for the victory, man. Without him, you know, all this wouldn't be possible. I want to thank Team Mayweather. And I want to thank Grant Boxing, you know, the Versace of boxing. But, you know, like I said before, I took my time. I stayed focused. I listened to my corner. I knew he was going to come out like that. Like I said before, he's called the Matador, but he fight more like a bull. I let him punch himself out and get tired. That was my game plan. Let him keep punching, beating on my arms. And eventually, like I said, I'm going to take him to deep waters and drown him.
Did he ever hurt you?
He's not a hard puncher at all, but he's a very, very busy fighter. Hit me with some good shots, but none of the shots really hurt. I'm not going, you know.
It seemed in the middle rounds, after you saw that he could take your shots, that you were going to box him for a while and then try to finish him. Is that what you did?
Well, you know, I wanted to switch my game plan up on, you know what I'm saying, Larry? I wanted to switch my game plan up, take my time, stay focused, and just listen.
Had you ever fought somebody who just sort of hurtled himself at you like that and just dove into your chest and punched away?
Well, a lot of the amateur experience helped. You know, I love fighting on HBO. I love being with Top Rank. And it was just a learning experience for me tonight.
Is this finally your last fight at 130?
This is my last fight at 130 pounds. I can't make the weight no more. It was hard getting down, you know, to 130 pounds, but I got there. I'm looking forward to moving up to 135, fighting Paul Spadafore, Jose Castillo, and hopefully moving to 140 and fighting Constantine. Tonight, my game plan was to take my time, let the guy punch himself out, take him to the late rounds, and do like my Uncle Roger said, and stop the guy.
Thank you very much, Floyd. Congratulations on a terrific victory and a terrific fight. Back